So clients will sometimes ask us what types of property are administered by a will, and will ask us the difference between probate assets versus non-probate assets. So any type of property can come under the jurisdiction of a will, but a will only deals with what are called probate assets. So what are probate assets? Probate assets are any asset that was solely in the name of the deceased person, so was not owned jointly with any rights of survivorship with anybody else. So an asset that's solely in the deceased person's name, and an asset for which there are no designated beneficiaries. So take, for example, a life insurance policy. Well, yes, the life insurance policy might be solely in the name of the deceased person, but there's a designated beneficiary on that policy. So the life insurance proceeds do not have to go through probate. They are a non-probate asset so long as there is a living named beneficiary of that policy. Therefore, the proceeds of that policy will go directly to the named beneficiary. They skip over probate. They are a non-probate asset. If you have a life insurance policy that has no named living beneficiaries, either there were no beneficiaries named or the beneficiaries that were named have passed away, then that life insurance is payable to the estate, and because it's part of the estate, that life insurance policy proceed becomes a probate asset as opposed to a non-probate asset. The same thing goes for bank accounts and for retirement accounts. So it's very, very important, we tell all of our clients, to keep your beneficiary information up to date at all times. As long as that information is up to date, then any asset that you have with a designated beneficiary is going to flow to that beneficiary, skip over probate, and stay a non-probate asset. Any assets that we can have pass outside of the court, the more assets like that, the better. You want as few probate assets as possible, because the court is involved with probate assets and oversees disbursement of probate assets through your will. As many assets as we can keep out and away from the probate court, that's what we want to do. So when we meet with clients, we go over the nature and form of their assets with them to distinguish between what can be probate assets, what can be non-probate assets, and keep the majority of the assets hopefully non-probate.